Hi there, welcome to Teacher Mark's Basic Math Tutorials. And in this case, we are going to do linear equations, solving for the unknown, combining a single or double or all three situations of the three parts of the video tutorial that I made on how to solve for the unknown. Okay, so in this case, let's just write any example that involves anything there. So let's say we have a 3x plus 7 equals let's say 12. Okay, now you as you can see, we have now have a combination of two situations. We have the process of multiplication here and the process of either addition or subtraction here. So the arrangement of the process, how do we know what to do first? The arrangement of the process first is always do the positive and negative first in this case. Okay, in this case, unless if there is a division process, you do that first. If not, you do the positive and or negative, the addition or subtraction process first. Then later on, deal with the multiplication process. Okay, so let me show you how it's done. So for example, we want to transpose the value of positive 7 to the other side of the equation. Doing that, we are going to rewrite the equation as 3x equals 12 and the value of 7. And if you notice that we have a positive 7 here, on the other side of the equation, it will now become a negative. If you might wonder why it's negative, you can go to my video where I was teaching about the process of addition and subtraction in solving for the unknown. Okay, so here we now have 3x equals 12 minus 7, which is 5. And now we have the process of multiplication left. So what do we do here now? We cancel the value of 3. Why? To leave x alone in one side of the equation. So once you do that, what you do in one side, you always do that to the other side of the equation, which you divide this also by 3, which then now leaves us x alone with the value of 5 over 3, or basically just 1 and 2 over 3. That's it. Now, second example. What if there is a fraction like what I've said earlier? What if there is like 4x minus 3 over 5 equals 8? So what do you do here? Okay, so the arrangement of the process is, first things first, you need to do the division process. Okay, next is you have to do the addition and or subtraction process in terms of the deriving process. Then lastly, you do the multiplication process. So let's try to rewrite that first again. That's an sorry about that. That's an equivalent of 4x minus 3 over 5 equals 8. Okay, there you go. So then again, let us follow what you are supposed to do first. You have to divide. In other words, I mean to do the division process for deriving, which means we need to cross multiply. In case you might ask, why do you cross multiply? So refer to my first 3 videos. Please do watch that first for you to know what to do. Okay. Now, all you need to do is just to cross multiply the values. And we now have 1 times 4x minus 3 is just the same as 4x minus 3. And 5 times 8 is equivalent to 40. And here, another situation that you might encounter, we are now done with the division process of deriving. What's left now is the process of multiplication and addition or subtraction. So in this case, if we scroll up back up, After the division process, we do the addition or subtraction process of deriving, which is in this case, we try to remove the value or to remove this value from this side of the equation. And doing that is just transpose it to the other side of the equation. Transposing or elimination process. It's up to you which one you want to use. So let's try to do that again. That's equivalent to 4x equals 40 and the value of 3. And please observe the sign of 3 here. It's a negative 3, which means as soon as you transpose it to the other side of the equation, the sign becomes the opposite. So simplifying that now, simplifying it further, it will now give us 4x equals 43. And how do we solve this now? It's just basically what's left is the process of multiplication, which is 4x. And still you want to leave x alone in one side, as you notice that x is still not left alone. So we need to remove the value 4 here through the process of cancellation. And once you cancel once you divide the value of a certain coefficient in one side of the equation, you should also do that to the other side of the equation. So which means you should also divide this by 4. Okay, so now what's left is x equals 43 over 4, or simplifying it further will give us 10 and 3 over 4. That's it. I hope you were able to understand the process. If you have any other concerns, just drop your comment there down below, and I'll try to get to you as soon as I can.